Ninjato, doing a countdown because I want to. And today I'm doing a countdown about one of my favorite archetypes in all of media. The Ninja!
The Ninja has become one of the most popular archetypes in all of media, including movies, comics, and the topic of this video, video games.
So in honor of Ninja Day, I'm gonna do a countdown on my top 7 video game ninjas.
Before I begin, I have to go over the ground rules. Only games I played, only one character per franchise, and the character must originate only from video games.
You know, like any other countdown ever made?
The criteria for this list was simple. The character had to display the qualities that are usually associated with ninjas, like a sense of honor, having their faces covered, or simply being called one. Bonus points if the character shows mastery of the 5 classical elements of nature, which are earth, fire, wind, water, and sky. Or is it void?
That's what you get for using Wikipedia.
Finally, this is my list based on my opinion. So let's begin.
My number 7 goes to the Ninja.
Strider.
Oh, come on!
Yes, I know Strider is only number 7 on this list, but that doesn't mean he's a bad ninja, it's just that he didn't qualify enough to go any higher.
But now isn't the time to explain why he isn't higher on the list. You don't know the guy!
Strider Hiryu is part of a special mercenary force called the Striders, who are basically ninjas in the future. Unfortunately, that's all you get from his games. In order to find more of his backstory, you have to hunt down some manga from the 90s.
Or you can look up the information on Wikipedia.
Anyway, Strider has shown incredible skill with his Tonfa Plasma Sword hybrid. He can swing the blade so fast that he can aim the projectiles that he reflects back at his opponents. Not to mention his skills with both climbing and acrobatics.
Wait a minute. He has a laser sword. He has cool acrobatic skills. And he can reflect bullets with his sword. Holy baloney, Batman! He's a Jedi Ninja! Come in!
You know, Strider Hiryu does not have force powers, right?
Well, this is my answer to you.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
Even with his Jedi skills, he isn't higher on this list because of having no magical ability, not having a very unique personality based on his games, and his methods aren't very ninja-like, preferring to fight anybody who gets in his way instead of avoiding the fight altogether. Unlike At number 6 is the most realistic ninja on this list. The main character from Mark of the Ninja!
Seriously, he doesn't have a name. So apparently, it was hard to come up with a name. So you know what? From now on, the main character from Mark of the Ninja will be called Ninjo.
Ninjo was a member of the Hisomu clan, who had been hidden away for centuries until they started to steal from Count Karajan. Who didn't take it too kindly, of course. After rescuing his clan from Karajan's raid on the dojo, he was assigned to put on special tattoos that would give him enhanced senses and reflexes. The catch is that he will have to commit seppuku after he kills Karajan, because the tattoos will drive him to insanity. Ninja is definitely one of the best when it comes to stealth. He can either sneak into very secure locations without killing anybody except for his targets, or kill every little thing without being spotted. His skills with knives, smoke bombs, and traps are also incredible. So if he's great at being a ninja, then why is he only number 6?
He doesn't have a personality!
Because the game has Ninja going on his quest alone for most of the game, he doesn't show much of a character, relying on the player to put himself in the character's shoes, much like Link from The Legend of Zelda, including having an annoying sidekick who won't shut up.
Kelly seems to think—
Shut up, woman!
Ibuki, on the scene!
Oh look! The first female ninja, or Konochi, on this list.
And no, I am not doing a Konochi list.
Moving right along, Ibuki was raised in a ninja clan up in the mountains of Japan. Having been sent to a strict Konochi school, Ibuki wanted to explore the world. Luckily, she is the best ninja of the clan because she is their #1 person to be sent on missions. Her personality is fun to watch. In Super Street Fighter 4, her story is her skipping half of a school trip in the woods to find cute boys. Heck, she fights Sakura, Ryu's unofficial protege, just to find a guy.
Talk about desperate.
Though a ninja in training, she is very maneuverable, with quick combos and gravels to boot. She also uses kunai, small throwing daggers, in her combos. While her skills haven't been fully honed, she still earns this spot on the list, though she doesn't show much stealth, which is why she isn't any higher.
Before you guys send over hate mail of me choosing Ibuki over Ninja, well, this is my list and my opinion, so cue number transition. Number 4 is Ryu Hayabusa.
So yeah, Ryu is squarely in the middle of this list. But before you call in the Foot Clan, just let me finish my segment to explain why. Ryu has shown his awesomeness as a ninja since 1988, battling demons, aliens, and failed experiments along with evil ninjas, of course. His mastery of an assortment of weapons is astounding, not only with katanas, kunais, and shurikens, but with claws, scythes, and weird club pulls. Not to mention his acrobatics, just look how he enters a combat situation. He even has a little stealth in some segments. So he's very skilled, but does he have a personality?
Seriously, I must have hit writer's block. Of course Ryu has a personality!
He shows a sense of honor and justice. He also cares for other people and tries to save them if they get in trouble.
So why didn't I put him any higher? Oh, I see.
The reason he didn't make the top 3 is that he doesn't have moments to show his stealth
Wow,
skills.
how did he survive
and his
that?
magic skills are not that great. Sure, they're pretty to look at and can save your tail once in a blue moon, but they aren't used a lot in the game, forcing players to rely more on the traditional gameplay that the franchise is known for nowadays. As opposed to... Number 3 on this list was actually the character that inspired this list. In order to find this person, we have to visit an old Nintendo franchise, and that franchise is, of course, The Legend of Zelda. Oh yeah, Sheik beats Ryu for the number 3 spot.
What now?
You also know that Sheik is Zelda, so she probably doesn't count as a ninja, right?
Sheik is a ninja!
Fine, it's your funeral, pal, if you want to suffer the wrath of the internet's flames.
Finally, back to business.
Yes, Sheik was a disguise that Zelda wore to avoid being captured during the events of Ocarina of Time. But she has been playable in other franchises, mainly Super Smash Bros. And Hyrule Warriors. Since I haven't played Ocarina of Time...
Before you ask, I'm planning to play it, and Majora's Mask.
I'll be talking about her appearances in Hyrule Warriors. So,
Spiders!
in Hyrule Warriors, much like in Ocarina of Time, Zelda disguised herself as Sheik after Hyrule Castle was taken over by the dark forces of Sia. Claiming to be part of the Sheikah tribe, a clan of ninja warriors that had sworn to protect the queen, immediately she was put under suspicion by Impa because Impa was the leader of the tribe. Zelda reveals herself later in the game after dealing with a deception made by an evil wizard.
No, Zelda, no! Haven't you read the fate of every Nintendo princess?
During gameplay, Sheik shows how much of a BA she is, using the goddess harp and kunai as her main weapons. While she shows expertise when using her kunai, it's her use of the goddess harp that puts her on the number 3 spot of this list. By playing different songs, she can use different elemental spells that can have different effects on the battlefield. She also uses the spells on her combos that deals elemental damage to the opposition.
Personality-wise, she's Zelda trying to be mysterious.
Overall, Sheik is the best female ninja on this list for her massive magical capabilities.
Where the tears of the weak fall unheeded. In a world filled with cruelty, with love, courage, and hope in my heart, I punish evil with a fist of justice. My name is Bang Shishigami. Where there's evil, there too shall I be.
What can be said about the true hero of Ikaruga? Well, other than there is no words that contains his awesomeness. I mean, he's the leader of a ninja clan. He fights for love and justice.
I could spend the rest of this video explaining his awesomeness, but I want to go to my number 1. So, I will explain to you why he's just number 2.
White hair.
For starters,
that stupid
he
ass
has the
face.
most personality of
You
all
must
the
be the
ninjas
supervillain.
on this list.
Ragnar
He
the
goes
Blood
on
Edge.
long speeches about
What did
love
you say?
and justice. And how
I'm
his
the
opponent
vigilante
is
who
a
will
villain.
bring justice.
His backstory
And mark my
is
words,
also
you will not
great.
escape the...
He lost his hometown and his master during Ikaruga Civil War when his master was murdered by Jin Kisaragi. He and his followers are forced to live in the city of Kakuchi, waiting for the right opportunity to avenge his master.
Which I would relish the moment.
Along with a great personality, his skills as a ninja is fantastic. He uses items to attack his opponents with the least expecting. Heck, he even puts shurikens in an umbrella to rain down the opponent. Unfortunately, because his franchise is a fighting game franchise, he doesn't show much stealth skills in the combat. He does when he gets out or gets into combat in some situations. He does have a limited fire magic involved, but he relies more on using his fists than anything else.
So with a very hammy personality, a decent use of magic, and being resourceful, you would think he will be my number 1. Well, obviously you're wrong.
Alright, anybody have some guesses? Wrong. Wrong. Not even close. They wouldn't be in my top 20. Okay, picking my number 1 was difficult. Most of the ninjas on this list could have easily have taken the number 1 spot. But they were beaten by a kid. If you haven't played Mini Ninja, you are missing on a great platformer. And okay, back on topic. My number 1 is Hero. The reason he is number 1 is that he goes beyond the capabilities of the others. Let's start with his history. Hiro was an interesting case when he showed up at his master's doorstep. His master sensed his potential in Fuji magic, which is very rare. So during the day he is trained with his friends as a normal student of ninjutsu, but at night he is trained by his master in the mystic arts of Fuji. Speaking of the mystic arts, he is one of the most powerful magic users in video games. While at the beginning of the game he starts out with only the locating the shrines that has a new spell power and the ability to take the form of a nearby animal, the spells that he masters by the end of the game are very powerful, ranging from a powerful fireball to freezing time itself, with the only limit of his ki energy.
Which in my book beats spells that requires an instrument.
On the topic of one-upmanship, he is by far the best when it comes to stealth. Why? Because if he ever been spotted, this happens. Let me drive it a bit further. He can take out around 5 people in 3 seconds. He can do that to almost any opponent, excluding the big guys and the spear guys if your timing is off, which is way better than what happens if Ninjato gets caught. He's also very good at fighting groups of enemies, and is very good with caltrops, shurikens, and bombs. And the final reason for being number 1 is his character. While he doesn't say anything during the game, his actions speaks louder than his words would ever be. He shows resourcefulness when he found a weapon for Futo, his best friend. He shows the proper reactions to some of the most ridiculous situations he's put through, like fighting a giant samurai whose main weapon is his farts. And he genuinely cares for his friends, so much so that he rescues them when they're in need. And it's these reasons why Hiro is the best video game ninja.
I'm Ninjato 16 and wait. What's that? Oh crap! Just you?
Yes, just me. And I don't care. All I care about is your death.
You suck as a ninja!
No, because I'm one of the best. Because I come from a ninja con, and I use ninja tricks to my advantage.
Oh, and ripping people's spines off of them is very ninja-like. Oh, that's the true way of the ninja.
Enough. It's time to die.
You miss, you idiot.
No, I didn't. Cartoon logic.
Huh?
Happy Ninja Day, everybody!
Where am I? Ninjato!